Get ready to uncover the truth behind those airport walls. Welcome back, everybody. Today we are pulling back the glossy curtain of air travel to reveal the secrets airlines never want you to notice. These aren't just random observations. They're psychological tricks, hidden designs, and little manipulations that make you behave exactly how airports want. From clever layouts that guide your every step, to hidden surveillance and hygiene horrors you'd rather not think about. Trust me, after today, you'll never walk through an airport the same way again. So fasten your seatbelt because we're about to experience some turbulence, and don't even think of clicking away, because the final bonus secret is the one airlines pray you never, ever learn. Let's dive in. Secret number 1, the airport jungle. You never noticed. Airports look shiny, calm, and welcoming. But behind the scenes, they're more like jungles filled with hidden eyes. Every corner, every hallway, and yes, even the seats you sink into are part of a bigger plan. Think about it. You're rushing through security, phone at 2% battery, stressed about missing your flight. Suddenly there it is, a perfectly placed seat with a charging outlet. Relief, right? Wrong. Those so-called rest spots aren't just about comfort. They're strategically placed surveillance hubs. Many of them have tiny cameras and inconspicuous microphones, recording conversations and tracking behavior. That sigh of frustration about your canceled flight, that whispered call with a loved one? Don't be so sure it's private. Airports collect this data to monitor stress, behavior patterns, and sometimes even detect security risks. It sounds like a spy movie, but it's real. So next time you rant about lost luggage near one of those helpful chairs, remember, someone somewhere might actually be listening. Secret number 2, floors that control you. Now, let's talk about the ground beneath your feet. You probably think airport flooring is just about style or cleanliness, but nope. It's a subtle tool to control how you move. Ever notice how one moment you're walking briskly on tile, then suddenly you hit soft carpet and your pace slows down? That's not coincidence. It's psychological design. Airports use plush carpet in certain areas to create subconscious slow zones, calming passengers and preventing chaos in crowded terminals. When you slow down, you're easier to manage, easier to screen, and more likely to wander past shops, restaurants, and advertisements, which means more money for the airport and airlines. Basically, the floor is guiding not just your footsteps, but your wallet too. Next time your pace suddenly changes while walking through a terminal, stop and ask yourself, am I walking or am I being directed? Secret number 3, the water fountain trap. Long layover, dry throat, you spot a shiny drinking fountain and think, finally, some free water. But here's the uncomfortable truth. Those fountains aren't always as clean as they look. Studies have found that many airport fountains go weeks without proper sanitation, collecting mold, bacteria, and even biofilm in the pipes. So while you're thinking you're hydrating for your journey, you could actually be swallowing a mix that leads to stomach aches, food poisoning, or worse, all before boarding a long flight. Imagine being stuck in the middle seat, thousands of feet in the air, battling nausea because of one careless sip. Not the trip you were planning, right? That's why frequent flyers and flight crews avoid fountains like the plague. They buy sealed bottles or refill at designated filtered stations instead. So here's the rule. In airports, free water is rarely free. Sometimes the cost is your health. Secret number 4, the hidden VIP files. You might think you're just one of thousands of faceless passengers rushing through the terminal. But here's a secret. The airport staff knows way more about you than you realize. They keep VIP-style files on travelers, tracking everything from frequent flyer miles to past complaints, security flags, even notes from previous flights. Think about that. Your behavior during one bad flight could actually follow you into your next trip. Staff are trained to look for problem passengers, frequent complainers, or people who might escalate during delays. But here's the twist. This isn't about giving you better service, it's about prevention and control. If you're flagged, you might notice stricter bag checks, more questions, or even just subtle monitoring as you move through the terminal. Meanwhile, frequent high-status flyers get tracked too, not just for perks, but so staff know exactly who they're dealing with. In other words, to the airport, you're not just a traveler. You're a profile, a file, a set of risk factors. Secret number 5, duty-free isn't free at all. Duty-free shops feel like a traveler's paradise. Colorful displays, flashy perfume bottles, shiny liquor shelves, and that tempting tax-free sign. But here's the hidden truth. Most of the time, you're not actually saving money. Airports carefully design duty-free zones to trap you in a maze of luxury displays right after security, when you're relaxed, unhurried, and a little vulnerable. Prices are often inflated compared to local stores, and the discount is just clever marketing. Even when tax is removed, markups cancel out the benefit. And since you're in travel mode, psychology kicks in. People justify splurging because, hey, it's duty-free. Studies show travelers spend up to 20% more in airports than in regular malls. Next time you feel that perfume bottle calling your name, remember, duty-free is less about saving you money and more about making sure you spend it. Secret number 6, signs that manipulate you. Have you ever noticed how airport signs always lead you past food courts, gift shops, or premium lounges, even when a faster route exists? That's no accident. Airports design signage to manipulate your path, forcing you to pass through maximum commercial areas. Instead of a direct shortcut to your gate, you're subtly detoured, like a lab rat in a maze. Why? Because every extra step you take increases the chance of impulse buying. And if you think maps will help, think again. Many airport maps are intentionally simplified, leaving out secret shortcuts used by staff. You're herded like cattle through carefully crafted corridors of temptation. So while you think the signs are guiding you, the truth is, they're selling to you. Secret number 7, the Wi-Fi trap. Free airport Wi-Fi. Every traveler's best friend during a long layover. But hidden in those terms and conditions you click without reading are some shocking clauses. Many airports use their Wi-Fi networks to track your browsing, collect personal data, and even build digital profiles of passengers. That quick Instagram scroll or email check could be feeding valuable data to marketing companies, or worse, leaving you exposed to hackers. Some airports even use your connection to monitor how long you linger in certain areas, then sell that data to retailers who adjust their prices accordingly. Creepy, right? So before you connect, remember, free Wi-Fi is rarely free. If you must use it, stick to a VPN or keep it limited, because that harmless login could cost you far more than you realize. Secret number 8. Boarding groups are psychological games. Ever notice how airlines split passengers into endless boarding groups? Priority, Zone 1, Zone 2, Basic Economy, and so on. You might think it's about efficiency, but in reality, it's about status manipulation. Boarding is structured to make passengers crave upgrades. The sight of premium flyers strolling in first, sipping champagne while you're stuck in line, triggers subtle envy. It conditions you to think, next time I'll pay more for priority. Even worse, airlines intentionally delay general boarding to make basic economy feel frustrating, further pushing travelers toward higher fares. The system isn't a TI designed for speed. It is designed to remind you exactly where you stand in the airline's hierarchy. Boarding isn't just about getting on the plane. It's a psychological show designed to squeeze out more money. And that wraps up today's video. But trust me, this is just the surface. If you really want to know the truth, go watch my other video, Exposed 8 Airport Secrets Airlines Are Hiding From You. Click it now before your next flight, because once you see those secrets, you'll never look at airports the same way again.